It's been a long time coming, but we have a new Avenged Sevenfold. Oh, man. It is called Nobody. This is Pardon My Reaction.
Holy hell, guys.
Holy hell. Yeah,
Avenged Sevenfold. It's been a couple years since they released anything, and I feel like everybody's been waiting. I think everybody, we even asked the question, where's Avenged Sevenfold at?
Yeah, we've had all these bands like Megadeth coming out with new stuff, and Metallica's coming out with new stuff, and I mean, just lots of new metal, and it's great. But Avenged Sevenfold, I mean, they were like, for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, for a while, to be fair. They were like huge, and I'm talking huge.
Huge.
Like, we're always pretty big, and then they got bigger by kind of creating this more nostalgic sound, if you will. And then they just kind of vanished. I don't know.
Yeah, they've been gone for a couple years, but they're back.
They're back.
And they've released this new song, Nobody.
Yep.
And I'm actually pretty excited for this.
I actually am too. You texted me last night and said, dude, Avenged has a new song. And I'm like, oh, yes. That's a no-brainer that we're going to do this. So this came out, a day ago, and it's already doing well, as expected. And listen, I feel like these guys, again, like you said, a lot of bands, like I just don't see it being terrible.
No.
Might not be my fave. I have no idea, but I'm expecting good things. 3 years, man. No pandemic music. 2020 was the last release.
Yep.
So it's kind of pandemic music, I guess, sort of. We'll see. Avenged Sevenfold, Nobody. Let's get this thing rolling.
Let's do it. Claymation.
That's rad. Cool. Has like a Rush vibe.
Almost like even like a old Aussie sound.
Yeah, Aussie, Rush. I mean, very like, I don't know, man. That's
kind of like a I am Iron Man.
Sort of.
It kind of has that kind of feel.
Yeah. Dude. I don't even know what to say about that. It's cool, man.
That's a cool
It's not
sound.
what I expected at all.
I've
Usually,
never heard that.
They're faster and they're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
I imagine it's going to get fast.
Oh, I'm sure it will. But either way, I mean, maybe not. They do have like their ballady kind of slower stuff too. So
that was a cool sound. I liked that.
Yeah. It catches your attention right away.
Yeah.
Which is huge. Oh, voice, too. It has much more of a 90s style of singing on this one. Like Chris Cornell vibes. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. I feel like this whole thing is a buildup.
Well, I don't know. I maybe. I mean, we obviously haven't heard it, so it could be. Or it could be like a situation where they've adjusted their sound just a little bit, which is good.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a little more like experimental vibes with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you look at bands, I mean, obviously, like, I don't know. I feel like his voice is a little different on this. Like he's trying some new things. I get a little more, like I said, Chris Cornell vibes from it, like that era. But the music in itself, you know, they were known for like bringing back that like quote unquote butt rock, baby. You know what I mean? Like the lead guitars, fast kind of 80s vibes, really, really cool. And this one seems more experimental, like more Mastodon-y, more like where it's like you're choosing your chords wisely. You're putting in these like sounds that help like make it seem. It's just different. It's so different. I really actually enjoy it, honestly, because like they could have came out with the same old fast riff.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we would have been like, yes, fucking that. But I also kind of like that, like, they decided to reinvent themselves a little bit. At least on this song, they did. I think this is very unique to them.
This is very unique. I mean, usually they would have, like, really picked up the pace by now in the song. Mm-hmm. Or there would have been, like, some massive chorus they'd have done.
I mean, they're super talented.
Oh, yeah.
They're super talented. So, like, it doesn't shock me that they're able to do all these kinds of things. But there's some, like, really neat sounds happening in the behind the scenes on this that are making it's just has a much dredgier feel to it. You know what I mean? Like
it just sounded. It felt like to me it was kind of a build up, only because it's never really repeated so far. It's just kind of gone, and then the music, and then the bass came in. Yep. And then the continuous solo came in.
The solo,
and then the da-da-da-da-da-da, that built up on that. It just continuously, things are getting added as we go.
Yep. Yeah, it's a journey, that's for sure. And we're like, I mean, we backed it up here, but I mean, it's a 6-minute video. Yeah. Which is, again, man, I really like this, dude. This is cool. A lot.
Vocal in there now. Ooh.
That's such a rad part.
Oh.
Changing the tone just a little bit.
Yep. Ooh, what's that?
Here I am as I started again, beyond death and born on the wind. I am the sun. I am the sun.
This video's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sick. Just like the guitar scream coming.
I'm like so curious what people are gonna think of this. I love this. I really do. Like, I'm very intrigued by the music video. Like, I'm intrigued by the sounds that are happening and like the direction that they're going. Because like they just are taking like a lot of different stuff and putting it in to this song. Mm-hmm. I mean, the fact that they went all choiry there for a second, and it had this like moment where they were into that transition back into the verse, and it had this Queen vibe, you know, where it was like, you know, it was just big. It's just very big
and
song.
then it all dropped out, and
then they changed the tone just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's man, it's like, it just is, to me, I just think it's so well thought of. Like, it's not standard, like Avenged Sevenfold. You know what I mean? Like I said before, like I feel like they could have came out and had something like what they've been doing in the past, a little faster pace, a little more guitar, and people would have loved it. And they're like, nah, you know what? It's been a couple years, and maybe that's why it's been a couple years. They're just trying to find a new sound that they're enjoying, or playing around with new sounds, playing around with new ideas.
Yeah.
And dude, I'll tell you what, man. If their album has vibes of this, like I'm in 100% on it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that it's actually a lot different than because they've done this once before. They had like their early sound, and then they switched into a more mainstream kind of metal sound.
Yep.
And then they went more, like you were saying, more of like the 80s kind of
little bit. I mean, that's
sound, and now they're switching it up again, which is, I mean, the parts they've included in this are just like some stuff you haven't heard in another song before.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And reinventing yourself a little bit, or at least changing up, can be very beneficial, and it has been for them.
Yeah.
Even though I know a lot of it has to do with like his vocals, and I believe he had some vocal surgery at some point in the past, if I'm not mistaken. So there was some out of necessity they needed to change the way he screamed and stuff. But he's got a rad voice, dude. Like this is cool. I think all ages would dig the shit out of this song.
Oh yeah.
Here I am as I started again, beyond death and born on the wind. I am the sun, I am the sun, yeah. Of God, of the way, I'm the one in everything.
Super mature sounding. That's it.
So big. Some strings in there?
Little barcode.
It's all fake. Oh.
Ladder and MIDI. The lead's great, but that bass run is fantastic as well. And the drummer. That was big, dude. That was
big.
Yeah, no, I actually am like, I'm really excited for these guys. I feel like that, like, to me, that song, and obviously it's my opinion, guys. I know some people are not going to agree, but I feel like that song to me was like a jump for them.
Yeah.
Like it was.
That was a big jump.
Yeah, like a good one. Like it was like a very mature sounding song. Like, oh, you can do this. You can create like this kind of a thing. Like, because, you know, I've always liked them, and I've seen them in concert, and they put on amazing shows, and his vocals are rad, and they have so much energy, and they're so freaking talented, dude. And then to hear something like this, it's like you just taking it to another level, man. And to me, this is taking it to another level.
Yeah. I know you said this about bands before, but almost like 3/4 of the way through there when it switched and the lead came in with the solo, and then you were commenting on the bass line behind it.
Yeah.
That almost, along with the video, almost seemed like a little Pink Floyd-esque.
Well, they're
Like, it's a different level, obviously, because Pink Floyd didn't do massive solos and stuff like that.
Oh, they did.
They did, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like this. It was
different.
obviously different.
Yeah.
But just the way it was like, it more told a story with the music.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying. I think what you're saying, like, I don't really think they're Pink Floyd-esque, but I do think that Pink Floyd has such a mature sound, and like it sounds like them, and they create this thing that's bigger than just verse chorus, and call it good. And I feel like these guys are stepping into that field of creating something that's a little more unique and something that is well thought of. And you can just tell, in my opinion, you can tell that they took the time to create this little piece of masterpiece that they're doing right here.
Yeah, it's more of a full-on kind of orchestration rather than just putting together a metal song.
Yeah, I really like it, man. I mean, I can definitely see some people maybe not liking it as much. I think there's certain people that just like certain eras of bands. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And so there might be people that are maybe turned off by it. I don't see that. I look at it as like a collection. They've built a collection over the years, and this is another chapter to that collection. And I think it's a good one. I think like this song live would probably be spectacular.
Oh my God!
Just this sound that would come out of the arena, the speakers and stuff.
I can see this song for a lot of people live being very emotional.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's. I think there's more to the video. Obviously, we're reacting to the video as well, and I'm gonna have to watch it again. But I feel like the skeleton coming out of the guy's body almost seemed like depressed, sitting in his house, gloomy. Mm-hmm. Goes out, and you're seeing like war. You're seeing people working, like endlessly working, then goes to this like beautiful place and realizes that everything is
fake,
bought for, paid, and fake, and then goes back into the body, and you see the note there and whatnot, and so it's almost just like it's like being depressed over a fake reality, like a reality that's not really real, and that you could honestly just create your own and make it a better place. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to, your reality could be better. So. I don't know if that's what it is. I'm going to watch it again to kind of, because that was a lot to soak in.
Yeah, it was.
There's a lot to soak in. So anyways, guys, let us know what you think of the song. I'm very curious what Avenged Sevenfold fans think of this, because I think it's cool, man.
This is a lot different than what's been previously released. So I feel like they're going to get a lot of back and forth with fans over this
or
song.
it's just going to be accepted because it's Avenged, and like people like what they do. And so if it's Avenged, it's Avenged, man. If it's a ballad or if it's metal, fast, speed metal, or this kind of like experimental vibes, it's still Avenged, and it's still dope as shit. You guys killing it. Still one of the better ones of our generation, I think, honestly. These guys are huge. So if you like what we do, though,
hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 4,000 subscribers. You guys are taking it up every day. It's awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We love doing it, and we hopefully like what we had to say about it. On to the next.